The 1980s San Francisco 49ers. 4 Super Bowls in 9 years. 7 Hall of Famers. The greatest dynasty in NFL history? But what happened after the confetti fell? Some made hundreds of millions in Silicon Valley. Others became TV analysts. One became a Waffle House executive. Let's start with the linebacker who couldn't stop fighting, even after football. Bill Romanowski, the linebacker who terrorized quarterbacks for 16 seasons, collecting 4 Super Bowl rings. With the 49ers from 1988 to 1993, helped anchor defenses that won Super Bowls 19, 23, and 24. 2-time Pro Bowl selection, known for his relentless intensity and controversial tactics. Accumulated 1,118 tackles and 39.5 sacks across 4 franchises. After retiring in 2003, co-authored best-selling autobiography, Romo, My Life on the Edge, founded Nutrition 53 Supplement Company, and owned NASCAR's Swan Racing, admitted steroid and HGH use on 60 Minutes, faced multiple lawsuits including roid rage allegations, filed bankruptcy in 2024 after IRS sued for $15 million in unpaid taxes. Now 59, the 4-time champion's post-playing controversies overshadowed his on-field success. Bill Walsh, the genius who transformed football forever with his West Coast offense revolution, took over a 2-14 laughingstock in 1979, built a dynasty that won 3 Super Bowls by 1988, the Catch in 1981, announced his system to the world, coached Montana, Rice, and countless others to greatness, NFL Coach of the Year in 1981, entered the Hall of Fame in 1993. After retiring from coaching in 1989, became NBC broadcaster alongside Dick Enberg through 1991, returned to Stanford as head coach, won Pac-10 title in 1992, served as 49ers consultant and executive until 2004, died of leukemia July 30, 2007, at age 75 in Woodside, California. Reminiscing, Bubba Paris, the massive offensive tackle who protected Montana's blindside during 3 championship runs. First team All-Big Ten at Michigan before joining San Francisco in 1983. Started 105 games over 8 seasons. Anchoring the line for Super Bowl victories in 1923 and 24. Won the Len Eshmont Award in 1987. Selected by teammates. His size and athleticism revolutionized the tackle position in Walsh's system. After retiring, became a motivational speaker traveling across America. Lives in Tracy, California with wife Cynthia and son Trent, father of 9 children, including twin daughters Courtney and Ashley, who both became WNBA players. Now 65, continues his motivational speaking career while remaining close to his large family in Tracy, California. Carlton Williamson, the safety who formed the backbone of San Francisco's secondary during the early dynasty years. 2-time Pro Bowl selection in 1984 and 1985. 3-time Super Bowl champion. Recorded 17 interceptions in 8 seasons. All with the 49ers from 1981 to 1988. Part of the legendary 1981 draft class alongside Ronnie Lott and Eric Wright that transformed the defense. Named to Pro Football Writers Association All-Rookie Team in his debut season. After football, stepped completely away from the spotlight. Now serves as Senior Vice President at Waffle House restaurant chain. Living near Atlanta, at 67, maintains a private life, letting his championship legacy speak louder than headlines. Montana to Clark, the Catch, your dynasty. Where were you? Let us know in the comments below. Charles Haley, the pass rusher who became the first player to win 5 Super Bowl rings. Hall of Fame inductee in 2015. 5-time Pro Bowl selection. 2-time First Team All-Pro. Terrorized quarterbacks with 16 sacks in 1990. Earning UPI NFC Defensive Player of the Year honors. Led the 49ers in sacks every season from 1986 to 1991 before joining Dallas. Volatile personality clashed with teammates, but production never wavered. After football, diagnosed with bipolar disorder. and began therapy. Served as assistant coach for Detroit Lions from 2001 to 2002. Currently works as special advisor for both Cowboys and 49ers. Mentoring rookies. Founded Tackle Tomorrow, providing reading programs for struggling Dallas schools. His daughter Madison plays professional soccer for Brighton in England's Women's Premier League. Now 61, continues mentoring the next generation on and off the field. The pass rush pressured quarterbacks, but the real magic? It came from the secondary and the most famous catch in NFL history. Dwayne Board, the defensive end who anchored San Francisco's pass rush throughout the 1980s dynasty, recorded 61 career sacks, primarily with the 49ers from 1979 to 1988. Four-time Super Bowl champion who provided consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Unsung hero of defenses that ranked first in yards allowed during the championship years. After retiring as a player in 1988, immediately transitioned into coaching. Spent over 2 decades as NFL defensive line coach with the 49ers, Seahawks, Raiders, and Browns. Won Super Bowl 19 as assistant coach in San Francisco. Now 68, the 4-time champion dedicated his entire post-playing career to developing defensive linemen across multiple franchises. Dwight Clark, the receiver who made the most famous catch in NFL history, the catch. On January 10, 1982, leaping grab from Montana that beat Dallas 28-27, launching the dynasty. 2-time Pro Bowl selection, led NFL with 60 receptions in strike-shortened 1982 season. Sports Illustrated's Player of the Year that season. After retiring in 1987, served as 49ers executive in various roles through 1998. Became Cleveland Browns' first expansion-era general manager, selecting Tim Couch. Built and operated Clark's by the Bay restaurant in Redwood City. Diagnosed with ALS in March 2017, believing football concussions caused the disease. Died from ALS June 4, 2018, at age 61 in Montana. Dwight Hicks, 4-time Pro Bowl selection, 2-time first-team All-Pro, 1981-1982, 2-time Super Bowl champion, free safety and leader of the secondary, 32 career interceptions. The 49ers defense in the early 1980s had a nickname, Hot Licks and Hacksaw, Hicks and Jack Reynolds. Ball hawk who could cover, tackle, and intimidate. Undrafted out of Michigan, made himself into one of the best safeties of the decade. After football, became a successful character actor, appearing in The Rock, Armageddon, and Jack. Made television appearances on The X-Files, ER, and How I Met Your Mother. Co-hosted The Point After, local San Francisco TV program following 49ers broadcasts on KTVU. Married to costume designer Dana Woods with 2 daughters. Now 69, continues acting career and recently performed in University of Wisconsin-Madison theater production. Earl Cooper, the versatile running back who provided crucial depth during the early championship years. Rushed for modest yardage but caught passes effectively out of the backfield in Walsh's system. Part of the 1980 and 1981 teams that transformed from laughingstock to champions. Contributed to Super Bowl 16 victory as reliable third-down option. Career spanned 7 seasons with the 49ers and Raiders through 1986. After NFL career, became certified special education teacher at Hendrickson High School in Pflugerville, Texas. Coaches boys basketball and girls track at the school. Now 68, dedicated his post-football life to education and helping young athletes develop their potential. Eric Wright, the cornerback who completed the legendary 1981 draft class that rebuilt San Francisco's defense. 4-time Super Bowl champion, first-team All-Pro in 1985, 2-time Pro Bowl selection who recorded 18 career interceptions with 2 touchdowns. Played his entire decade-long career with the 49ers, from 1981 to 1990. Considered one of the best cover corners of his era. After retiring, maintained connection to the organization as alumni coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. Member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, now 66, continues working with former teammates and players through his coordinator role, though he keeps most details of his post-career life private. The secondary locked down receivers. The backfield churned out yards. But the real magic? It happened in the trenches and at the skill positions. Guy McIntyre, the versatile lineman who excelled at guard and occasionally fullback in Walsh's innovative schemes. Five-time Pro Bowl selection from 1989 to 1993, second-team All-Pro in 1992, three-time Super Bowl champion who started 125 games over 13 seasons, won national championship at Georgia in 1980, earned Jacobs Blocking Trophy in 1983, first lineman used regularly as blocking fullback in modern NFL, played final seasons with Green Bay and Philadelphia after leaving San Francisco in 1994. After retiring, returned to the 49ers organization as Director of Alumni Relations. The Georgia native never left the franchise that made him famous, dedicating his post-playing career to connecting former teammates and building the alumni community. Now 64, continues working with the players who made the dynasty legendary, while keeping his innovative fullback contributions alive in 49ers lore. Jack "Hacksaw" Reynolds, the linebacker who earned his nickname through pure intensity and toughness. Two-time Pro Bowl selection who played 15 seasons, Final Four with San Francisco, won Super Bowls 16 and 19 after joining the 49ers in 1981 from the Rams, wore number 64 throughout his career, appeared in 13 postseason games total, provided veteran leadership for a young defense that dominated the early 1980s. After retiring, briefly attempted coaching but lasted only 12 days, finding player evaluations unsettling. Worked as minister in his hometown area, currently splits time between residences in Miami and the Caribbean. Made cameo appearance in The Simpsons episode Sunday, Cruddy Sunday. At 78, the intense linebacker enjoys a quiet retirement far from football's intensity. Keena Turner, the linebacker who won 4 Super Bowl rings in his first 6 seasons, anchoring the defense throughout the entire dynasty, played 11 seasons entirely with San Francisco from 1980 to 1990, started in all 4 championship games, 16, 19, 23, and 24, making him one of only 6 49ers to collect 4 rings. Versatile defender who played both inside and outside linebacker positions, provided consistent tackling and leadership during the transformation from laughingstock to champions. After retiring in 1990, co-hosted 49ers preseason telecasts before coaching linebackers at Stanford under Bill Walsh from 1992 to 1994. Returned to the 49ers organization in 2001, holding various executive positions over 2 decades. Previously owned a car dealership in Tracy, California with Ronnie Lott. Currently serves as vice president and senior advisor to the general manager since 2018. Married to Linda with 3 children. At 67, one of the most decorated players in franchise history who never left the organization. Jerry Rice, the greatest receiver in NFL history. 13-time Pro Bowl selection, 10-time first-team All-Pro, 1980s and 1990s All-Decade teams, NFL 100th Anniversary Team, 1,549 career receptions, 22,895 career receiving yards, 208 career touchdowns, numbers that will never be touched. Super Bowl 23, 11 catches, 215 yards, MVP. The 49ers dynasty doesn't happen without number 80. Hall of Fame induction 2010. After retiring in 2005, competed on Dancing with the Stars and finished runner-up to Drew Lachey. Appeared in films and TV shows, co-authored 3 books, competed in professional golf tournaments, served as Pro Bowl alumni captain. Married Leticia Pelayo in 2019 after dating since 2008. Remains active in media appearances and charitable work. Now 63, the greatest receiver in NFL history, continues running routes and staying connected to the game. Jesse Sapolu, the Samoan center who anchored San Francisco's offensive line for 15 seasons. 4-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time Pro Bowl selection in 1993 and 1994. Started 154 games, playing both center and guard positions. One of 6 49ers to own 4 championship rings from the dynasty era. drafted in the 11th round in 1983, became cornerstone of the offensive line. After retiring in 1997, co-founded the Polynesian Pro Football Hall of Fame. Currently runs Men in the Trenches organization in California. Authored book, I Gave My Heart to San Francisco, published in 2012. Lives in Southern California with wife Lisa, remains active with 49ers alumni community. Now 64, the Samoan center continues promoting Polynesian football heritage through his Men in the Trenches organization. Jim Miller, the punter who provided steady special teams play during the early championship years. Named to All-Rookie Team in 1980, after averaging 40.9 yards per punt, part of Super Bowl XVI championship team that completed the transformation from laughingstock to champions. Ranked as franchise's fourth all-time punter when released in 1983. Brief NFL career included stops with Cowboys and Giants during the 1980s. After football, returned to hometown of Ripley, Mississippi with his wife. Worked as football coach, teacher assistant, and bus driver at Ripley Middle School. Inducted into Ole Miss Athletics Hall of Fame in 1995. Named SEC Legend in 2018. Now 68, the Ripley native's journey from Super Bowl champion to bus driver exemplifies blue-collar dedication both on and off the field. The receivers caught the magic. The center snapped it. The punter rarely needed. But who threw those perfect spirals that started it all? Joe Montana. 4 Super Bowl rings, 2-time NFL MVP, 8 times Pro Bowl selection, 3 times Super Bowl MVP. 1980s All-Decade Team, the greatest clutch performer in NFL history. January 10th, 1982, 3rd and 3 from the Cowboys 6, 58 seconds left. Montana rolls right. Defenders closing. Clark jumps. Montana, looking, throwing, caught. Dwight Clark, the catch. 28-27. Your dynasty begins. Entered the Hall of Fame in 2000. After retiring in 1995 at Justin Herman Plaza, retirement ceremony featured speeches from John Madden and Eddie DeBartolo Jr. Co-founded Liquid 2 Ventures, venture capital firm in 2015. Resides in San Francisco's Marina District, owns horses, and produces Montaja wine. Works extensively with Make-A-Wish Foundation. In 2008, sued first wife over auction of Notre Dame memorabilia. At 69, manages his venture capital firm while remaining one of football's most recognizable legends. John Taylor, the receiver who caught the game-winning touchdown in Super Bowl XXIII with 34 seconds remaining, hauled in Montana's 10-yard pass to beat Cincinnati 20-16, capping legendary 92-yard drive. Played 9 seasons with San Francisco from 1987 to 1995. Complemented Jerry Rice perfectly in Walsh's and Seifert's passing attacks. Reliable target who made crucial catches in biggest moments. The former Delaware Valley College standout appears to have maintained privacy after his playing days ended. Now 63, his Super Bowl winning catch remains one of the most memorable moments in championship history, though his life after football stays out of public view. Keith Fahnhorst, the offensive tackle who anchored the left side for 14 seasons, 2-time Super Bowl champion, first-team All-Pro in 1983 and 1984, Pro Bowl selection in 1984, who started 160 games throughout his career. Led team in seniority during the championship years. His younger brother Jim also played for the 49ers, making them teammates on the 1984 Super Bowl XIX squad. After retiring due to neck injury in 1987, worked as stockbroker in Minneapolis. Married Susan Kluska in 1974, had 3 daughters, including Dr. Courtney and financial advisor Tiffany. Received life-saving kidney transplant in 2003. Died June 12, 2018, at age 66 in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Harris Barton, the offensive tackle who protected Joe Montana and Steve Young for 10 seasons, earning 3 Super Bowl rings, started 123 games from 1987 to 1996, anchoring the right side of San Francisco's championship offensive lines. Pro Bowl selection who provided consistent pass protection during the dynasty's final Super Bowl runs. played his entire career with the 49ers before retiring in 1998. After football, co-founded Champion Ventures in 1999 with teammates Ronnie Lott and Joe Montana, raising $40 million from athletes including Steve Kerr, Barry Bonds, and Wayne Gretzky. The venture capital firm, later renamed HRJ Capital, managed $2.4 billion at its peak in 2008. Left to start H. Barton Asset Management Angel Investment Firm in 2010. Founded Champion Charities with Lott to fund brain tumor research after both his parents died from brain cancer. Inducted into National Jewish Sports Hall of Fame in 2011. Lives in Palo Alto, California with wife Megan and 4 children. The business partnership with Lott and Montana continues decades after their playing careers ended. At 61, Barton's venture capital success rivals his on-field achievements. Michael Carter, the nose tackle who became the first athlete to win an Olympic medal and Super Bowl ring in the same year. 3-time Pro Bowl selection, 3-time Super Bowl champion from 1984 to 1992. Won silver medal in shot put at 1984 Los Angeles Olympics before joining the 49ers. His unique combination of strength and athleticism revolutionized the nose tackle position. Member of Texas Track and Field Coaches Association Hall of Fame. His daughter Michelle followed his athletic footsteps, winning gold medal in shot put at 2016 Rio Olympics. Michelle also set national high school records and won NCAA championships. Carter's family legacy continues through his daughter's Olympic success in the same event he once dominated. Now 65, the only athlete to win an Olympic medal and Super Bowl ring in the same year, watches his daughter carry on the family's athletic excellence. The skill players made the highlights, but championships? They're won with perfect kicks and granite walls in the trenches. Mike Kofer, the kicker who led the NFL in scoring during the record-setting 1989 season, made 29 of 36 field goals and 49 of 51 extra points that year. First-team All-Pro selection who earned NFL All-Rookie honors in 1988, made 7 of 8 extra points in Super Bowl 24's 55-10 demolition of Denver. Career field goal percentage of 71.1% over 8 seasons. After retiring from NFL in 1995, pursued NASCAR racing career. Won first race at Stockton 99 Speedway in 1994, leading all 100 laps from pole position. Earned Rookie of the Year award in NASCAR Featherlight Southwest Tour. Returned to racing in 2002, competing in NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series with best finish of 21st. At 61, the kicker who led the NFL in scoring found equal passion on the racetrack. Randy Cross, 2-time first-team All-Pro, 3-time Pro Bowl selection, 3-time Super Bowl champion, center and guard who anchored the 49ers offensive line for 13 seasons. Played 180 consecutive games from 1976 to 1988. The West Coast offense worked because Montana had time. Montana had time because of Randy Cross. Opened holes for the running game, protected the quarterback, never missed a snap. After retiring in 1989, joined Miller Lite's All-Star commercial cast. Worked as CBS sports analyst covering NFC playoffs and Super Bowl 26 from 1989 to 1993. Moved to NBC Sports before returning to CBS in 1998. Served as lead color commentator for New England Patriots preseason games from 1995 to 2012. Currently lives in Alpharetta, Georgia with wife Patrice and 3 grown children. At 71, the 3-time Super Bowl champion maintains his broadcasting legacy while enjoying retirement in the South. Ray Wersching, the Austrian-born kicker who tied a Super Bowl record with 4 field goals in Super Bowl 16, led NFL in scoring in 1984, second-team All-Pro in 1986, 2-time Super Bowl champion who made 222 career field goals at 67.5% accuracy. His kickoffs and field position helped secure the 26-21 victory over Cincinnati. After retiring, worked in accounting and financial services. In 2006, Indicted with business partner on $8 million embezzlement charges. Served 6 months home confinement. Placed on probation for 2 years. Lost his business due to legal troubles, but avoided prison time. Now 75, the Austrian-born kicker's Super Bowl heroics remain untarnished, despite his post-career struggles. Ricky Patton, the running back who started in Super Bowl 16 during the franchise's first championship, rushed for 885 career yards over 5 seasons with 3 different teams. Joined the 49ers in 1980 after brief stints with Atlanta and Green Bay. Provided depth in the backfield during the early championship years, part of the ground game that helped establish Walsh's offensive system. Career ended in 1982 after the strike-shortened season. The Jackson State product appears to have maintained complete privacy after his playing days ended. Now 71, his contribution to the first Super Bowl victory remains his lasting legacy in franchise history. Roger Craig, 4-time Pro Bowl selection, first-team All-Pro in 1988, 3-time Super Bowl champion, 1980s All-Decade team, first player in NFL history to record 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards in the same season. In 1985, Bill Walsh's ultimate weapon could run between the tackles, catch out of the backfield, pass block, scored 3 touchdowns in Super Bowl 19, the blueprint for the modern running back. Currently serves as VP of Business Development at Tibco Software. Avid runner who has completed over 38 marathons and half marathons. Inducted into multiple Halls of Fame, including Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame in 2008. Studied Taekwondo and served as Grand Marshal for Toyota SaveMart 350 at Infineon Raceway. At 65, continues his marathon running while working in business development. The offense had its heroes, but the defense? They turned a laughingstock into legends with pure intimidation. Ronnie Lott, 6-time first-team All-Pro, 2-time second-team All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowl selection, 4-time Super Bowl champion, 1980s All-Decade team, the most feared safety in NFL history. 63 career interceptions, had the tip of his pinky finger amputated in 1985 rather than miss playing time. That's not just toughness, that's insanity. The 49ers won 4 titles in the 80s, and Lott set the tone. Enters the Hall of Fame in 2000. After retiring in 1995, worked as Fox NFL Sunday analyst from 1996 to 1998. Co-founded HRJ Capital with teammates Harris Barton and Joe Montana. Owns Toyota and Hyundai dealerships. Advises athletes transitioning to business. Established Lott Impact Trophy in 2004, honoring college football's top defensive player. Lives in Cupertino, California with wife Karen and children Haley, Isaiah, and Chloe. At 66, advises athletes transitioning to business careers while managing his dealerships and serving on multiple corporate boards. Sam Wyche, the quarterback-turned-coach who served as Walsh's offensive coordinator during the championship years. Played 7 seasons as backup quarterback with multiple teams. Coached quarterbacks and coordinated offenses for the 49ers during Super Bowl victories. Later became head coach of Cincinnati Bengals and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. After coaching career ended in 1995, worked as NFL analyst for NBC, CBS, and Westwood One. Voice became permanently hoarse after 2000 lymph node biopsy. Elected to Pickens County Council in South Carolina as Republican in 2008. Underwent heart transplant in 2016 due to congestive heart failure. Diagnosed with melanoma in 2019, died January 2, 2020, at age 74 in Pickens, South Carolina. Sherman Lewis, the running backs coach who helped develop the ground game during the dynasty years. Played 2 seasons with New York Jets after standout career at Michigan State. Consensus All-American in 1963, 3-time All-Big Ten selection. Coached at Michigan State for 14 years before joining 49ers staff in 1983. Four-time Super Bowl champion as assistant coach with San Francisco and Green Bay. Served as offensive coordinator for multiple NFL franchises through 2009. His coaching tree influenced offensive philosophy across the league for decades. Now 83 years old, the Louisville native appears to have stepped away from public life after his extensive coaching career ended. Steve Young, the left-handed quarterback who succeeded Montana and won Super Bowl XIX MVP. Hall of Fame inductee in 2005, two-time NFL MVP, seven-time Pro Bowl selection, three-time Super Bowl champion, NFL 1990s All-Decade Team. Threw for over 33,000 yards, led NFL in touchdown passes 4 times, passer rating 6 times. After retiring, earned Juris Doctor from BYU Law School in 1994. Co-founded Huntsman Gay Global Capital private equity firm in 2007. Continues as managing director. Worked as ESPN analyst for over 2 decades before being laid off in 2023. Founded Forever Young Foundation in 1993, supporting children facing challenges. Gave opening prayer at 2000 Republican National Convention. Lives in San Francisco Bay Area with wife Barbara and 4 children. At 64, the Hall of Fame quarterback balances his private equity career with his Forever Young Foundation's charitable mission. Wendell Tyler, the running back who provided power and speed in the championship backfield. Pro Bowl selection in 1984, Super Bowl XIX champion. Rushed for 6,378 career yards over 10 seasons with Rams and 49ers. Complemented Roger Craig perfectly in San Francisco's diverse ground attack. Second-team All-Pac-8 selection at UCLA in 1975 and 1976. Joined the 49ers in 1983 after 6 seasons with Los Angeles Rams. Career ended in 1986 due to injuries sustained during his playing days. The Shreveport, Louisiana native appears to have maintained complete privacy after his playing days ended, focusing on life away from football spotlight. Now 70, Tyler's explosive running style remains his lasting legacy in 49ers history. The backfield had its heroes, but the real foundation? The pass rush that terrorized quarterbacks and the fullback who cleared every path. Fred Dean, the pass rusher who terrorized quarterbacks with his speed and technique. Hall of Fame inductee in 2008, 2-time Super Bowl champion, 4-time Pro Bowl selection, 2-time first-team All-Pro, NFL 1980s All-Decade Team. Recorded 15.5 sacks in 1978 with San Diego before joining San Francisco in 1981. Part of Chargers' Bruise Brothers defensive line before contract dispute led to trade. Revolutionized pass rushing with his quickness off the edge. After football, worked as minister in hometown of Ruston, Louisiana. Inducted into Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2008, College Football Hall of Fame in 2009. Died from COVID-19 on October 14, 2020, at age 68 while being airlifted between hospitals. Posthumously diagnosed with chronic traumatic encephalopathy, joining 345 former NFL players with CTE diagnosis. Tom Rathman, the fullback who scored 2 touchdowns in Super Bowl XXIV's 55-10 victory over Denver, led all NFL running backs with 73 receptions in 1989. 2-time Super Bowl champion who formed cornfield backfield with fellow Nebraskan Roger Craig. Rushed for 2,020 yards and caught 320 passes over 9 seasons. After retiring in 1994, began coaching career at Junipero Serra High School in 1995. Served as NFL running backs coach for 49ers, Lions, Raiders, and Colts over 2 decades. Retained through multiple coaching changes in San Francisco. Announced retirement from coaching in January 2021 with Indianapolis Colts. Lives in Redwood Shores, California with wife Holly and 3 daughters. At 63, retired from coaching in 2021 after 2 decades developing NFL running backs across multiple franchises. One dynasty, 34 completely different endings. But here's the real question: Montana or Young? Drop your pick in the comments and defend it. Next week, the 1995 Blitzburgh Steelers, from 3 more yards to heartbreak. Where are they now?